Welcome to this week's episode of Operation Support Local. I am your host, Derek Fage, and as you can see, I'm standing outside of one of the most beautiful buildings here in Ottawa. But before I get to that, I want to let you know that we've been receiving some great feedback from you, and thank you so much. So keep those comments coming, and you can visit our website, rogerstv.com, to find out more information about the show and how you can share a story idea with us. Well, we do start at this beautiful building. We are at the Canadian Museum of Nature, and they are just about ready to reopen to the public, of course, with new health and safety protocols. Have a look.
We had to kind of reimagine ourselves for our visitors to become a safe and also a happy space going forward. So what does that mean in terms of visitor flow? What does it mean in terms of social distancing? What did we have to close down? What could we keep open? And all of that happened over Teams or Zoom calls amongst the staff, trying to work things out, downloading floor plans, working out the pinch points in the museum and what we could do. At the same time, when we thought we were going to open, we thought we were going to be opening a new exhibition in about 2 months. So we were in the last kind of 3 months hectic activity towards getting that exhibition built and done, the final design, etc. And all of that had to stop, and we had to learn how to design an exhibition online. So that was really an interesting experience, and the team has done a fantastic job actually in both working as a team here, but we have suppliers in Montreal, across Canada, and even internationally we needed to work with. We had to kind of reimagine the visitor experience. You know, normally it's a kind of a bit of a free-for-all. People come through the front door, they charge off in whatever direction they want to do. But we can no longer do that. We wanted to make sure that our visitors felt safe, they could socially distance. So the first thing is we are controlling capacity to the museum. So we're only letting 250 people into the museum at any one time. So there'll be plenty of space to kind of look around and observe a little bit more. You will need to buy your ticket online, and it's a time ticket of 25 people every 15 minutes. The biggest change you will have when you first come into the museum is you don't come through the museum doors. You actually come to our new welcome tent, which is right outside the museum, and that's where your online ticket will be scanned, and you will be kind of given information about your visit to go through. And that way we don't have, we are a historic building with not a lot of space, and that enables us to actually let people flow through safely into the building. So we have very clear messaging that we'll have all over the museum. We have an animation that people can see on site about the rules and regulations. We also have directional arrows all over the floor. And of course we have used our wonderful Martin the Moose icon to show people that they should social distance because, the size of his antlers here are 2 meters apart. So we're just letting people know that. So he's come into play too. So we want to have a little bit of fun with it as well as getting people to do this directional flow around the museum. The other really important thing that people might find a little different is that we've actually told people, we're asking people to go up one side of the museum and down the other. So you're kind of going up one elevator all the way to the 4th floor, then you cross over and you come down the other side. At the bottom, to help you kind of cross over the atrium, we have what we are kind of calling internally traffic circle, which you will then walk around so that you can keep the flow going. And that has a big convex mirror on it because it reflects all of the atrium as well. And that's a fantastic view now as we no longer have the desk. So it's going to be a different experience, but I think it's going to be an experience which people will discover things that they haven't seen before because it's a slower pace and they have more time to kind of look at some of the fabulous specimens that we actually have here at the museum. All the galleries are open, but some of the high touch points within the galleries we have closed. For example, our bird hospital or our bird clinic has been plexiglassed and shut off. Similarly, our cave on the Earth Gallery is no longer open because we we couldn't actually make sure of people's safety in there. But we have kept some of our interactors open. We've kept interactors open where we think that there isn't a pinch point, so people won't gather around and cause other people not to be able to move past, and also where there is, we can put hand sanitizers as well. So it's not all just going to be stop and stare. There will still be some interactivity. Our theatre will also be closed, and our cafe is also closed. We do have vending machines on site though, but we're asking people not to bring their own food into the building, again for safety reasons. We won't have our water fountains open, so people can bring in water bottles as well. And of course, finally, our boutique is definitely open. Every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 11 is for members only. But we have the last hour of every day, for the weekdays, from Wednesday to Friday, is free to the public. But on both those, you still have to book a ticket online. We're really encouraging you to do that. We are not set up really to take cash and do ticketing here at the building. So we want to make sure that you buy a ticket online. And we are lucky because we've had a lot of experience of time ticketing and getting that process right, because of course we had to put it into place for butterflies. So we're already pretty good at doing that, and I think it's going to be a pretty smooth experience.